Oh, you'll help me, Anton Sokolov. Even
So I'm Bob, and I'm going to be showing you how to do the silence achievement in Dishonored 2, where you go through the entire Clockwork Mansion and incapacitate Jindosh without him even knowing you're there. And the trick to this is that this mansion is full of clockwork stuff, as I'm sure you're aware, and so there are a lot of devices which would sound off to him, like the clockwork soldiers and all the contraptions that move the building around and change the shape of the rooms. So what we're going to do is circumvent all of that and go straight for him. And I'm going to show you how to do that, as well as doing the whole mission with a ghost playthrough so no one sees you. You don't have to kill anyone or anything. And let's get cracking. And all the Bonecharms. I'll show you where those are and all the rooms.
We need to eliminate Jindosh and find Anton Sokolov.
So I'm going to do this speedy-like. Let's just have a look. We have 3 Bonecharms and the room. So let's get going. So, this is kind of the entrance room. There's no exit, and if we hit this configuration lever, then Jindosh will know we're here. But, as you can see, glass above. So let's find another route. Okay. And then we circle to the left. And there's a way down into the area behind all the rooms.
The space behind the walls.
Space behind the walls. Watch out, there's a clockwork soldier over there, so don't bump into him for obvious reasons. Okay. So you go to the left. Circle round. As I say, this is the way I've done it, but if you found a better way, then do share in the bottom comments. Up here, so we can now see the second room. And we're going to go this time to the right, he says, knowing exactly where he's going. Oop, someone's spotting me now, so I'm going to crouch. Below us here are 2 very wealthy people who are here to buy a clockwork soldier. But we're going to ignore them. Head down this shaft. And here's our first Bonecharm, surrounded by bugflies, so we're going to kill them. Won't alarm anyone. Ooh, I'll get the last one. There we go! And you can read his last words. He's essentially a robber who tried to come here to nick stuff. And that Bonecharm, I can't remember what it is. Never mind. You can unplug this, we're not going anywhere near it, so it doesn't really matter, but up to you. Okay. Now let's get into this lift. Now, we want to go up a few floors, and we'll then come back down to get these Bonecharms, etc. later. There are 2 soldiers here who can spot you if you jump in, but they go on patrols in opposite directions, so this is our perfect chance to get in and go to the second floor. Now, as we approach the second floor, it's important to get on top of the elevator before the guards come and have a look. Because they'll hear the lift chime and come up to have a look. As you can see. So I'm just going to wait a little bit.
Nothing then.
Nope, absolutely nothing. Now, you can sneak past these guys relatively easy, but just to make life perfectly easy, I'm going to use a mesmerize. But you can just sneak past these guys if you really need to, the normal old-fashioned way.
Just looking at it, I'm ashamed.
So you should be. Okay. Now we're into his bed quarters. There is a bone charm below us, and we have to use this contraption to get to it. I'm not actually sure if pulling this contraption will alert Jindosh, but better safe than sorry. I'm going to actually leave it until we're absolutely sure. And that goes for this other one, which is below us too. That's going to be got later on. So we're walking along this balcony. Go right to the end, and you'll see
It's a long way down.
it is a long way down. So we can now hop across to this side, grabbing the maintenance key, and through the hatch. And I'm just going to do a quick save. Okay, so now the second bone charm can be found. Actually no, this is a room. Sorry, this one is a room. So let's pick this up, and we're actually below Jindosh now. So I'm just going to be careful. Ooh. And if you read that note, it's a letter from Delilah, where she talks about these are matters beyond you, Jindosh. You're a very clever man, but this is not your world, blah 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 blah. So now, let's go up and take care of Jindosh. Head to the top floor. Oop.
Machine is experiencing uncertainty.
So, when you come up here, look out for the
Okay, return to routine operation.
Clockwork Soldier, which is doing the rounds on just this side of the atrium. Note that it can see
Must be
both
Jindosh's lab.
back and forward.
Come in.
And there's the man himself, guarded by one Clockwork Soldier. So I found a good way of doing this is to circle round and use these balconies to completely avoid the Clockwork Soldier for now. And we're going to sleep dart Jindosh and then move him, then take care of the Clockwork Soldier. Otherwise he'll be irritating later. Also, watch out for this one. Don't want to wake him up too. Okay, let's get on top of that light fixture.
Oh, you'll help me, Anton Sokolov. Given time.
Kieran
No, we won't.
Jindosh.
Now note that you can't just use a normal knockout. You've got to...
Can't you do your jobs and protect me, you idiots?
talking in his sleep there. And I'm going to move him before the Clockwork Soldier comes back. So I'm just going to lay him down here for now. And you will actually get the achievement upon making him unconscious, so you would have got it by now. Let's do that, and then go back to the desk. So the desk contains the non-lethal option. Now, Clockwork Soldiers can be killed stealthily with 2 stun mines, or 1 very powerful stun mine if you've got the upgrade. So let's wait for him to come back. Actually no, we don't have to wait, do we? As he's going I'll head back down and get the note that gives you the non-lethal option. But I'll just check that this works. Come on. Just a little further. Yes. Boom. There we go. This one hasn't woken up. So we're all good. This atrium is now completely clear. Also note there's a blueprint in there. While we're here, thought I'd point that out. Let's read this note. So it's given us the clue to go down to the assessment chamber where Jindosh was experimenting on Sokolov to get him to become more malleable to his evil will. So let's head down. And we are looking for a chair, which is over here. And we're going to place him in the chair. And it's kind of like a electrotherapy. Stop him from drooling there. Nice. So now we've got to power up this machine to zap his mind. If you try at the moment, you'll see it doesn't get very far.
Not enough power.
And here we have our power gauge, and we're going to need to get that a little higher up. And the reason I took out the Clockwork Soldier earlier was if you want to listen to things like this audiograph, that would wake him up and he'd jump down. Kick your ass.
Once the royal physician and head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. In your prime, the most sought after.
I'll let you listen to that in your own time. So, the trick to this is that each of these experimental stations uses a certain amount of power. So what we want to do is replace some of these with some that are less power hungry, so we can then fill this one up with the resulting spare. And as you can see, the two least demanding are anatomy and optics. So, on this one, I'm going to change it to optics. And that'll set in motion the change of that. And here, I'm going to bring up anatomy when that's finished. All good? Still messing around? Hang on. There you can see the optics is in place. Him taking photos of whatever. And now anatomy. Oh, come on. There we go. See, we have a bit more power now. But now, when these move around, we can have even more. This is a beautiful design that they've done here. It's fantastic. Dead bodies. Great. Okay. So we now have enough
The
power.
electroshock machine should work now.
Exactly, Emily. Zap.
You don't know what you're doing! Anything! I'll give you anything you want! Stop! Don't do this! So much will be lost! An age of advancement!
No, you're a douche. Who tortures old men.
Too bad it had to come to this, Jindosh.
Now he's proper simple.
And if I combine the acid against a copper plate, what does it do? I knew that a moment ago. Does anyone know the answer?
Quite a powerful concept, really. Losing your mind. Right, now I'm going to show you how to get the 2 remaining Bonecharms and then rescue Sokolov. Okay, so we come here, and this is actually the other side of that bed chamber I showed you earlier, and you can see this circular form, which when we click this button, you'll find the whole room rotates, bits move, things go up and down, and we end up on the other side. We have replaced the bed chamber.
Even without eyes to look upon the world, I see so much.
Checking nothing's
Once
woken
seen,
up
all
when I've
things
done
were
that.
hidden.
So, the Bonecharm is below us, or specifically below this room. So this is a dark room for developing photography film. Oh, balls. So, thing to note that a clockwork soldier wakes up when you do start moving things around, so try to avoid him. And the guards, obviously. So what we're going to do is, as soon as I press this lever, everything's going to start moving around, and that whole section is going to descend into the ground. So I'm going to quickly, when I'm absolutely sure there's no clockwork soldiers, leg into it when I hit this. And here we go, down into the ground. And there you have it. Void armor. Okay, and then we just hit this button to head back up. And there's a few other bits of treasure and things that you can get to by doing the similar concept but with these other mini sections of rooms, including a painting that you can get from being on the other side. So you can see there, that's a painting of Jindosh, which you can get by messing around with the levers on this side. I'll let you mess around with that yourselves. Right, now to get Sokolov. And the last Bonecharm. So for this we're going down to the assessment chamber. I feel there should be some awful elevator music. Right, head to the right and down here you'll find yourself on the right side of a shield door. Just going to save it. And there is one guard to note. Ooh, I didn't realise you can also do, if you've got the power, you can do the shadow walk and pretend to be a rat and fly through. But I don't have that at the moment. Hop over to the right here just to make sure you don't get spotted. And the Bonecharm is in this left-hand drawer. I'm going to just hop up here for the moment, because there is a guard who usually likes skulking around here. I'm going to use Mesmerize again, but you can just sneak past her the usual way, just wait for her to walk somewhere or what have you. There we go. And we're now above a kind of moving maze where Sokolov is being kept directly below us there. You can see a little bed with him sleeping. And there's a guard who sometimes leans over here too, so be wary of that. I wasn't just now, and that was stupid. So we go down here and open up. Right, so we're now in the maze, and there's one clockwork soldier who walks around it. These panels move the walls and lets you progress through the maze. So we're going to wait for him to get past. I'm going to stand on this one. And then use the jump power to move over here. There's another pad here, so we're going to stand on that. And move right over to the back here. And now we're going to stand on this one. And you'll find there is a room over here which has, very handily, some stun mines, which, as I've shown you earlier, work an absolute treat against clockwork soldiers. So let's just see where he is. Yep, he's coming this way, so let's put 2 down.
Playback for detection registered.
Away.
Investigation protocol is underway.
And dead. Splendid. So now we just need to figure out how to get in to speak to Mr. Sokolov. So if we stand on this one again, these doors will open. Now as soon as we jump off, they start trying to get back up again. So let's walk through or jump. You can see there's this one under some wood. Jump on that. And hop across. And here he is. The master inventor, painter,
Emily Coldwin,
hipster beard sporter.
you're here. Things have gone further than I thought. But Kieran Jindosh?
Not dead, but I used his machines on him. His mind is not what it was.
You were an interesting little girl. You've become a fascinating woman.
So he's having a little nap. It's a particularly nasty letter from Jindosh. He's done a painting of the Crown Killer, whoever that is. Okay, so while I don't have anyone, I'm going to break that off. Pick up Sokolov. And then stand on it to open the way. I'm going to run, jump over. Stand on this one. Right, so we've got Sokolov, and we just need to get through the exit. So I am going to hit this one again. And then walk through, stand on this one. And now we just need to get out of here. So, if we go up these stairs, we do end up at the lift we used earlier on in the mission, but there are a few guards in the way, so I've found a slightly easier route, which I will use as soon as this guard moves out of the way. There we go. Right. Use jump or blink or whatever it's called, and then you can see there's a little way through there, so I'm going to just jump up a little bit and jump into this crack. And then you may recognise this is where we initially jumped down and found the bloke who was being eaten by bloodflies. Let me just check that we've got everything. Yep, all the Bonecharms and runes. Let's head up. And then through here. You can actually just walk, I think. And we'll just retrace our steps. Crouch here because there's some windows. I don't know if that's necessary, but it seems a good idea to me. And then to get back, we have to jump up here. And then exit through the same hole in the glass ceiling that we made earlier. Oop, oop. He's fine. It's all good. It's all good. And out we go. So thank you for watching, everyone. That's how to go through the actual mansion of the Clockwork Mansion mission and eliminate Jindosh without him even knowing you were ever there. If you've got any questions or any other requests on how to do Dishonored 2 missions, then do let me know. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, comment and subscribe if you're so inclined, and catch you next time. Bye!
You did it. How is he?
He's frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.